All right, we have Erika to come on to tell us why artists should go to Brazil to tour and play festivals.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Christina. It's nice to be back here to talk about music again. And today I'm here to let you know that you should pay attention to Brazil and you should definitely put Brazil in your plans for your next tour. And I'm going to start with some interesting statistics about Brazil, so you can consider that. So Brazil has a huge population of 214 million people, which makes 1/3 of the total Latin America's population. 3 out of 4 Brazilians have access to the internet, which makes music streaming a catalyst for the growth of the music industry in Brazil. Music is definitely part of our DNA. We really love diverse music. We just consume a lot of different kinds of genre. We also listen to global superstar as well as local artists. If you see our numbers, you will see that Brazil is consuming all. And that's why Brazil is such a huge market for everything related to music. People in Brazil love attending live events, with data showing that folks that have online access, 1/3 of them saying that live events are important to them and they are going to spend money on it. Brazil fans like me, we are very loyal, we are very excited, and we are online. We are online. You can find all of us on Instagram, on Facebook. So we're ready to learn about your music. And we're also pretty huge super fans. When we like your music, we are going to consume, we are going to engage, we are going to talk about you. If you look of the fan groups or fan clubs, Brazilians are all over the place. With that in mind, I invited Marina Mano from Brazil to give us some more practical tips in how you can start your plan to break into the Brazilian music bubble. Marina Mano is the founder of the Listo Music, an artistic producer and marketing agency specialized in music. She currently serves artists as She's, Badzilla, Ruby. She's also management for Tuyo and Billy Saga and others. She was kind enough to prepare a video for us with those tips, so let's roll it.
Hey guys, all good? Well, my main tips for independent artists who would like to break the bubble and come and play shows here in Brazil, I would say first, search for Brazilian artists within your musical niche or who have audiences with similar profiles to get in touch and try a fit. And this is very possible when you find Brazilian artists who are also interested in internationalization. Maybe you can develop a tour here in Brazil and another in your country by doing this exchange. Second, research which are the Brazilian music conferences. Most of them have showcase opportunities and you can sign up. Write down a few like Sim São Paulo, Música Mundo, Hacktown, Fins, Coma, Porto Musical, Feira da Música, among others. Third, if you already have a relevant audience in Brazil, look for a booking agency that can do your show negotiations here and that are also government supported projects that can subsidize your tour in Brazil. Check if you have in your country. You can also start a digital marketing work aimed at Brazil. Here we are heavy internet users, but I suggest that you look for a professional who has experience in Brazil because the language of music is universal, but in communication, content in Brazilian Portuguese can help you get here faster. Thanks and good luck. Hope to see you around here.
Hey, thanks for doing that. That's great.
Of course, yes.
We have you here as our resident guest expert. Can you be a resident guest? As our resident expert, and then you called in another expert, which is
I did.
double expertise.
I did because she's the person, and I know she's really involved with the live music there, and just a good person to give us tips. And all of that will be in our blog article, so we can link for you all of those festivals that she mentioned, and also any other details that you need to know about how you can start your big plan to go play in Brazil.
Yeah, one of the questions I had for you, which I think probably best belongs on the blog, is just what does someone, let's say in the US or Canada or the UK, have to do paperwork wise to go and play there and potentially make money there? Because I know as an American, sometimes going to play in Canada, there's some bureaucracy that you have to go through.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great question. And it will vary by country, but I will make sure to add that to the blog because for sure you will need some kind of documentation, but I'm guessing it will vary depending on the country you're coming from. But we will add all of those links so we will facilitate your life when you're planning to come dominate Brazil.
The thing I love the most about that video was so if you had said to me, hey, like, you should go play in Brazil, I would have no idea where to start. It would seem very complicated, maybe expensive, intimidating. I would have no reference point for even where to begin. And her first tip was something that I feel like every artist, no matter where they live, already does in their life, which is like, make some friends, book a gig with them. And then, of course, like the thing to do if you're touring is like, hey, book a show with me in your town and I'll book one with you in my town. And it's like, this is just a slightly more long distance version of that thing we're already doing.
We love this mix. I mean, I would actually add to this blog a little bit of a playlist for you to see all of the mashup and all of the mix, a lot of the featuring the Brazilian artists have done in the last few years or ever for that matter. I think it's very important to do this mix because Brazilians, we have been seeing more and more this collaboration between artists around the globe, and that makes it so their base know about you and vice versa. I feel like this is a great way to find out about other artists. I have been a person that I listen to a certain artist and then suddenly he appears with a featuring that I have never heard about it. Mm-hmm. And then I click on top and it's a bit of a clash of genders, but it's just work. So enjoy this crazy mix that is Brazil. And there is, we consume music in a low setting, in a small setting, in big setting, in the same intensity. If you go to Brazil streets on Saturday night, there's going to be music everywhere. And you're going to be even like, where I'm listening to, because this one is playing too. And there's the big houses and there's the stadiums. We are bubbling with music. And I think with all what we're seeing with the music marketing in general, not just Latino artists breaking through the US market, but the other way around is happening too. So now is the time.
I think I'm now realizing there's a reason why so many English speaking artists shoot their live concert videos in Brazil. Like there's a Rush live concert DVD that I had, 20 years ago.
Yes.
I'm like, I wonder why they did it there of all places, because it's not convenient for them. And then I was like, maybe it's because there's a huge population. Like it's like the 8th largest economy in the world. So I know they can get people, but then I'm like, oh no, it's because the people that there are going nuts. Like they're so into it.
We are intense. And when we get the opportunity to see a big act, we are not going to go unnoticed. Brazilians will make noise, will sing along, even if they don't know the lyrics. This is true, what you said. There's a lot of acts that have amazing stories of playing in Brazil. And you're going to get that, even if you're, you don't need to be a giant act to get that. We are going to be present and we're going to dance and there's going to be, good energy. So I just think, why not? So take a look at your data today, see where your listeners are. You might find, a lot of folks in Brazil. Take a peek of who are the artists that maybe align with you and risk a collaboration.
Nice. Well, looking forward to your next appearance here next month. I also wanted to give you a shout out because to anyone who first heard of Peso Pluma on the previous episode you did maybe a month ago, they've probably seen his face and heard his name like 100 times since then, because he's been everywhere.
I went to the concert. Barack Obama put him in his summer playlist. A lot happening to them.
Life is good for Peso Pluma, yeah.
Yes, it is. And other Latino artists too. It's a great timing for international music and music in general. I think, let's collaborate. Let's just make it more concerts, more live music. I'm ready.
Sweet. Well, see you next month.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me.